Hey guys, what's up? My name is Macy and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a little book haul. It's actually kind of big because I'm basically going to show you all the books I have. So I am going to start with the new books that I just got today and throughout the course of this week. Get right on into the video. So one of the first books I got this week was Divergent by Veronica Roth from the Divergent series. I also got Insurgent, and I got the third book, Allegiant. So I'm super excited to read this dystopian, and I just love the way that the spines look when they're all together. The next book I recently got is the Kiss Me Cowboy by Diana Palmer, which has two novellas in it, and the first one is The Rancher's Wedding and the second one is Colorado Cowboy. So I'm super excited to read both of those books. And we're on to the next ones. Okay. The next two books I recently got are the next two books in the Bridgerton series. So I have The Viscount Who Loved Me, which I read, and oh my goodness, it was so good. An Offer from a Gentleman by the one and only Miss Julia Quinn. Love you. Very next book, well, not the next book, but another book that I got is Confess by Colleen Hoover, and I read this and oh my goodness, it's so good, so good. This is about a girl named Auburn Reed and Owen Gentry, and so far Owen Gentry, is one of the best book boyfriends I've ever read about. Or I've ever read? Yes, those are the words. The next book I got, or the next book I am going to talk about, is At Somerton, Cinders and Sapphires. This next book is called Under the Magnolias by T.I. Lau, and I am super excited to read it. It's a Christian novel set in the 1980s, and I just absolutely love the cover. I think it's one of the prettiest covers that I own. Three books I'm going to talk about are the fairy tale mangas, or Japanese graphic novels. So the first one in the fairy tale series is The Wicked Side of Wizardry. So this is book one. And this is book two, and it's called The Book of Secrets. And this one is book three, and it's called The Musical Murders. So I'm super excited to read all of these books and then let you know what I think about them. Next book in this book haul is A Night with Audrey Hepburn by Lucy Holiday, which is about an actress named Libby, and basically her life gets, she has really a terrible day and thinks she did something to embarrass herself, and she goes home, sits on her couch and puts in breakfast on Tiffany's, and then suddenly Audrey Hepburn is sitting right next to her. Like a year ago, around a year ago, I saw this book in a bookstore in Baltimore, but I did not pick it up. But I saw it today at Books A Million and I couldn't resist. I've been looking for this book everywhere since then. So it was just like a cute little find, and I love the cover. I love Audrey Hepburn. She's my favorite actress of all time. And just take a moment to look at the cover. I am so excited for this book. Like, you don't even know. The next 3 books in this book haul are part of my classics. So I have the original edition of The Great Gatsby, which I would say that I'm super excited to read, but I've already read it. In high school I read it, and it is still one of the books that I'm always thinking about. Then the next 2 books, I have The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton and To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, and I forgot to say, but you know, this is by F. Scott Fitzgerald. So yeah. Then I've got my first 2 ever Taylor Jenkins Reads books, and I just finished this book last night. This is 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and oh my goodness, or I finished this book yesterday, I meant. Oh my goodness, so good. It makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it makes you feel all the emotions, and I annotated it. I don't know if you can see, but I annotated a lot of it. Let's see, you can't really see, but I loved this book so much. Evelyn Hugo is probably one of my favorite fictional characters ever. She is simply breathtaking, and I love the way that Taylor Jenkins Reid writes. That was confusing to say. So I picked up Daisy Jones and the Six, which I've also been super interested in reading for the longest time since I started reading again. I'm super excited to read this. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Because I loved this book so much, and I can't wait for it to be a movie. I could see it the whole time. I was picturing this as a movie. I'm so excited. I love that Taylor Jenkins Reid makes fictional characters seem so real, and I'm super excited to read Daisy Jones and the Six. Reminders of Him, which I read first on my Kindle, so I have to go back and annotate it, get all my notes from my Kindle. But I loved this book. You just have to read it. This book is so sad, but I cried more I cried more in Evelyn Hugo, because I felt like I was sitting in the room with her. But anyway, so I'm super excited. Well, the next 2 books I got, I have heard nothing bad about, and that's Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and then The Deal by Elle Kennedy from the Off-Campus, the first book in the Off-Campus series, and this is the first book in the Addicted to You / Calloway Sisters series. So I'm super excited to read probably these 2 books. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to dive in. I've already started reading this on my Kindle, but that was such a long time ago. Then the next book that I got, well, one of the other books that I got is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. And I've never read any of their books, so I'm really excited to read this book. And my name's Macy, and the main character in this book's name is Macy, so I'm super excited. I love this cover. I think it's so pretty. Next two books are both Wattpad books. So this one is The Upside of Falling Down by Alex Light. And this is Did I Mention I Love You, which is the first book in the Did I Mention series, trilogy, my bad, plus the one novella, or no, the other book. Anyway, my best friend in high school, her name was Eden, and the main character of this book's name is Eden. Anyway, this book is by Estelle Bascome. And I love this cover, and I'm super excited to read this book because I've seen it everywhere, all over my Kindle and Amazon. So I'm super excited to read all of these books, and I will update you on them later.